What we have here is a Bosch battery pack with Samsung cells. These are high quality cells, a lot better than LG cells, which come in Bosch 400 packs. And we have here a really sad situation. I disassembled a pack of 40 cells, and just around 12 cells had healthy voltage, 3 volts, which is fine to recycle and reuse. But what we have here is a really sad situation that the rest of the pack is reading in millivolts, which can be two things. First thing is that the seed was activated. Basically, that is the fuse inside the battery. When the battery gets pressured from inside, when that threshold is reached, it will pop up and disconnect the battery. To test the battery if seed is activated or not, there is a really simple way. Everything I do here is dangerous and can cause the potential fire. You do these things on your risk. We have 4 cells here, and if we check the voltage, it is reading in millivolts. I just want to show you that it is quite similar. A BMS or battery control unit can go wrong and basically start draining the cells if the pack is not disassembled on time. And this is what probably happened here, because if you look carefully, we have this LG cell which is having a known activated seed. If we measure it, you can see how the millivolts are jumping all around. But if we measure the Samsung cell, we have a pretty stable but super low voltage. These are millivolts, which can tell us that these cells are drained to the bottom. So probably the BMS was on the battery for the long time, and it kept draining the cell, or the balancing system got faulty, and that's basically what I was explaining. Or we had a bad cell group which started overheating or self-discharging, and the BMS battery control unit was constantly trying to debalance the cells and drained the rest of the cells, and that's basically how one group can destroy the whole battery. So there are a few things which can happen. In this case, we have something which is these cells are good, they are undervolted completely, but they appear empty. So the next thing which you can do is this one. You've probably seen these chargers, and right now we have some bad cells on the repair mode. These are fancy things which you can have on your charger, but if you don't have it, the cells probably won't even start charging like in this charger. But it is always good to have a variety of models, because sometimes this one recognize the cells, but if it don't, you can use different models, and one can start charging the cell. Again, this is really dangerous because these cells are on bottom, and you need constantly to monitor these things. I just realized that this one was going completely rogue because it was not sure if the cells are Li-ion or different chemistry, so it was switching all around. I did re-answer the cells, and now it keeps charging, but it doesn't recognize the chemistry, because you see that it shows 99% because it thinks that it is a Ni-CD cell. If you don't have these chargers, you can have something like this. It is super cheap and super reliable to see if the fuse is activated on the cell. Again, you need to monitor these batteries. If they start super overheating, they can even explode. So you see the blue light. If you insert the battery, it starts charging the battery, which means the battery have a working fuse in it. But we have a known activated fuse battery. Nothing happens. It won't start charging it. So we basically know that these are all discharged to the bottom by BMS. At this point, I'm gonna try and recover these cells. The process is quite simple. You insert the cells in the device, charger, and hope for the best. Basically, joke on the side, I'm gonna monitor these cells, slowly raise them up, really slowly, like 250 milliamps. You see the internal resistance is huge, but it's gonna drop as we get the batteries on top. We see here now that the charger stopped charging because it recognized these cells as different chemistry. We're gonna re-input everything, and you see now that it recognized as Li-ion chemistry. And we're gonna hit the repair mode. This one going completely out. That is normal to happen. Basically, you want to play with these settings to see at what moment it's gonna start charging the cell. Sometimes it is quite fine to just start charging at normal mode, and then at some moment switch to repair mode. They are basically the same, but you want to bump this voltage up so the charger won't get confused with battery chemistry. Let's see what is going on with this cell. It is 1.8. So the charger just get confused. It is quite tricky to get these bumped up to stable voltage when they are drained to the bottom. But the good thing is that the voltage is not dropping. It is 2, and this one is also low, but it is good that voltage is not going to the bottom again, which means that there is hope. The most risky thing is to just put the battery charger like this and let it charge. This is a dumb charger. It's gonna stop at a certain voltage for these batteries, 4.2 volts, but it's gonna ignore everything else and just keep pumping the current inside of the battery. It is not bad for recovering some batteries and testing some things, but you need to be careful with that thing. One pro thing: these cells which you're recovering, put a dot on them. Small dot on one side, so you know that these are bad boys. By doing this, you will know that when you recover some of them, and hopefully all, you can check out what is happening with them in the future. So basically, when you combine them, after they pass all the tests and you combine them, you can keep tracking, because they are known when bad at some point. So you want to check them out, and if you combine them all and don't mark them, you gonna have a problem. This is current situation. I managed these 4 to get and behave properly, recognized as Li-ion. Did put them on repair mode, and hopefully it's gonna recover it from inside good. Here we have the first one is in repair mode, properly recognized. The second one is stuck on the wrong chemistry, but now we can press the mode button and force repair again. The problem is, if you leave it in wrong chemistry, it's gonna cycle it, charge it and discharge it, and on this low voltage it can be a problem. You see now that there is no chemistry, because the charger still doesn't know which chemistry is this battery. So you're gonna trace this situation a little bit more, but we see that it is charging the battery and rising up the voltage. It's gonna recognize it as Li-ion any moment now. 16 cells are recovering. So on first charger we have healthier voltages. Cells are cold. Here we also have really good situation. cold cells. Here we have also a really good situation. I just started pumping these, so they are also cold. And here we have four cells also recovering. Now, when you're charging them up, you want really to follow temperatures. So you really need to be here, touch the cells, feel if they are overheating or something like that. From my experience, it can be hit and miss. You really don't know. So just check them up, and when they're nearly fully charged, that is the point when you're gonna see which one is a heater or problematic one and which of the cells are good. It is quite interesting that capacity gonna probably be more than 3000 milliamp hours, which is quite nice to see. So I'm really hoping that these batteries gonna be in a top working state. I fully charged 4 of these cells. Now I want to check the voltages. 4.14, 4.13, 4.15, 4.18. This looks promising, because if there was heavy internal damage in chemistry, they would self-discharge really fast. And I want to mark them with the second dot for the sake of this test, because I'm gonna do a full test on them now. Here we are around 24 hours later, so fully charged, let to rest for like 12 hours, and after that we did a discharge with 0.5 amps. And here are the results: 3200, 3058, 3137, and 3200. Keep in mind that this lithium charger is not really accurate. Accuracy between channels is different, so this is quite obvious that second and third channel are drifting from fourth and first one. Anyway, this is not the end. I'm gonna charge these cells, charge the rest of them, do some testings, and give you a final verdict after a few weeks. It has been more than a month since previous cut of this video. Important info at this point of the video is that it has been more than a month since I charged these marked units. Actually, I did process all of them, but I wanted to focus on these which I marked because they are important for this video. We're gonna check the voltages. I didn't charge them or anything else. They were just standing here on different locations in my small workshop, and as you can see, they all have good voltages, no significant drop, which leads me to believe that they are perfect units. What I'm gonna do now is to use the same charger, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set directly to discharge 0.5 amps and see how much capacity we're gonna get. So the scenario is quite simple: 0 volt cells recovered, charged, cycled for one time, left to rest for around 1 month, 20, 25 days, 30, I'm not really sure. And at this point, we're gonna discharge them with 0.5 amps and see how much capacity we can get from them. And if you like these lithium angled stands, you can check out the link down below on my Maker World profile. They are exclusives to Maker World. Test is done. Battery number 1, discharge capacity 3081 milliamp hours. The second one is 2810, third one 2911, and third one is 3010, which basically means that they are all the same capacity. They are healthy batteries because they were standing for like over 20 days, and I directly discharged them. I wasn't topping them up, and this is the capacity with direct discharging, which tells me that these batteries are in amazing state and ready to be used again. Let me know what you think regarding this test. I would like to hear other people's opinion, but I can conclude that with the process like this, you can filter good from bad quality cells, and I like to recycle, so this is a personal satisfaction for me. Subscribe and see ya.